one car that you will see in the Hall of Fame was the car that won the closest finish since the advent of electronic timing in NASCAR, and that's the 32 driven by Ricky Craven in 2003 here at Darlington.
If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. Busch is the new leader, and he has driven away.
I may have stood on the gas early in that run to catch Gordon and Elliott Sadler. I passed them and built up a solid lead. I thought that I was going to win the race.
Now here comes Ricky Craven in that Pontiac, in the Tide car. I mean, here he is. He's all over the back of Elliott Sadler.
With 15 to go, I had my sights set on Kurt.
Craven is coming. I'm telling you, I don't think he's going to have time. But if something happened to Busch, you get up here and get in traffic and get wound up a little bit, you got to race to the finish.
With 10 laps to go, we were closing in.
Craven's faster by far, and I tell you, he's got time. It's going to be really exciting. Really, really exciting.
With 5 laps to go, we caught Kurt.
Watch Craven on this end of the racetrack. Really gets off the turn 4 hard. Here he comes.
And with 3 laps to go, we made a pass for the lead.
He was on the inside, and at that point, you have to decide if you're going to let the guy go or not. And he didn't quite have enough position on me for me to back out, so I stayed in it.
Come on, baby, come on.
Side by side. Somebody's got to give. Getting into turn 1.
Nobody. And in the wall goes Busch.
That was not a very good idea.
Look, the crossover move. He got into it.
Come on, clear.
Very difficult to pass at Darlington. Extra difficult when the tires are wore out, and they were.
Oh, baby, I'm telling you, Kurt Busch is not going to give up the win.
No, he's not. They'll be coming to the white flag this time. Ricky Craven's not going to give up either. He gets that run on the high side right there. Kurt Busch looks like he's struggling with his race car.
Here he comes. Here we go again.
White flag.
Here he goes.
I wasn't sure that I could actually pass him. You know, I was sure I could get ahead of him. And with a few laps to go, it's going to be a contact sport.
Everything was out on the line. We knew that it was just us two, and it was going to come down to that final corner, the final lap.
Who's going to get off?
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's got him this time.
It's going to be a drag race. Wow. They touch. They touch.
Craven got him. Craven got him.
Craven got him.
What a finish.
Have you ever?
No, I've never.
I always wanted to win Darlington. Always, always, always. It's just, well, it's too tough to tame. And I think as a racer, you really get up for a place like this. And I got to be honest, I didn't know we won. I mean, we got to the finish line, and I thought, this is a tough way to lose a race, but a great way to win one.
And let us not forget that the owner of that car at the time was Cal Wells, one of the true good guys in racing, and he made it to victory lane that day with Ricky Craven. Let's take a look at the closest finishes, of course, since the advent of electronic scoring. 0.002 seconds was the finish you just saw, and it doesn't really, you can't just physically get closer than that.
That was amazing. I can't believe watching it all over again.
And how proper for that to happen at one of the oldest racetracks where would we have had photo finish like that Daytona 500 when Lee Petty won it? Can you see us going through photo finishes? Thank God.
We can do it pretty quick now, though.
But you expected it at Daytona and Talladega. You expected it at a place like that. You don't expect that finish at Darlington. And a couple of things I noticed there that I really liked about that. That goes back to boys have at it. And you saw Kurt Busch, you heard how humble Ricky was, but you saw Kurt Busch come to victory lane and congratulate him. When you can race that hard and still shake hands, that's NASCAR racing. That's what this sport's all about.